Then it is momentum. For momentum, what is it? Mass into velocity. For mass, it is m. For velocity, it is L t power minus 1. Okay? Right. Then force. Force is mass into acceleration. For mass, it is m. Yeah, I can hear you saying for acceleration, it is L t power minus 2. We have written it already here. So m L t power minus 2. This is the most important dimensional formula. We should remember and say it out even when you are waken up in the midnight. Okay? Mass into acceleration m L t power minus 2. So what is the dimensional unit of force? M L t power minus 2. Fine? Okay. Then it is work. Work done is force into distance. What is force into distance? Force, what is it? M L t power minus 2 into distance into L. So L and L gets multiplied, it becomes M L square t power minus 2. Then power. Work done by time. What have we got for work done? M L square t power minus 2 by time t. This t, when it comes up, it becomes t power minus 1. So t power minus 2, t power minus 1 becomes t power minus 3. Right? Then energy, it is work. Energy is work. So dimensional formula of work done and dimensional formula of work is just the same. Because when is work done? Only if you have energy. Right? Impulse. You know what is impulse? Force into time. Force, ml t power minus 2, isn't it? For force into time. Force, ml t power minus 2 into time t power 1. So it is ml t power minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. ml t power minus 1 is the dimensional formula for momentum. Then what else? You have energy, impulse. Radius of gyration. What is radius? So simply says it's radius. Radius means length. So what should it be? Distance, that is L. That's all. Okay? Right, then coming to this. Pressure. What is pressure? F is equal to Pa. P is equal to F by A. Force, ml t power minus 2. By area, L square. So ml t power minus 2 by L square. Then you get, see, m L t power minus 2 by L square. So it is m. Here you have 1. If it comes up, it becomes minus 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So it becomes L power minus 1 t power minus 2. So for pressure, F is equal to Pa, P is equal to F by A. So dimensional unit of pressure is force. Dimensional unit of force ml t power minus 2 by area. What is it? L square. This 2 comes up, becomes 1 minus 2, it becomes minus 1. So ml power minus 1 t power minus 2 is the unit of pressure. Okay? Then coming to this. You have impulse, radius, pressure, surface tension. We have learned the definition as force per unit length. Okay, force ml t power minus 2 by L. L and L gets cancelled, it becomes m t power minus 2. Frequency, what is frequency? Number of times, number. It is just number. Number of vibrations per second, number of oscillations per second, number of waves per second. Something you count, number of buses crossing this area per second. How frequently someone says something. Eat, someone says you again, eat. How many times the person says eat in 1 second? Okay, then frequency is number per unit time. So it's just a number. For number there is no dimensional unit. Number there is no mass. Number there is no length. Number there is no time. So what is this dimensional unit? 1 by time. Per second, therefore by time. So 1 by time, therefore 1 by t power minus 1. Remember, for frequency it is t power minus 1. Then moment of inertia. I think I have told you about this already. It is nothing but mass into distance square. What is mass? It is m. Distance square, L square. Okay. Then moment of force. Force into distance. You have learnt it already in this year. It is ml t power minus 2 into L. So ml square t power minus 2. What is it already? You have seen it. See, I will match it with this. ml square t power minus 2. Then again ml square t power minus 2 jump. This is work done, this is energy, and this is what? Torque. All three have same dimensional formula but have different significance. Okay. Angular velocity. What is angular velocity? Theta by t. Theta is again a quantity which does not have any mass, any length, any time. So what is the dimensional unit? 1. It has SI unit. It doesn't have dimensional unit. Its SI unit is radian. Right? Its dimensional unit is 1. M power 0, L power 0, T power 0. Anything power 0 is 1. So what is the dimensional unit of angular displacement? It is 1 by T. T comes up, it becomes T power minus 1. Again, this angular velocity and frequency have same dimensional formula. Then angular acceleration is angular velocity by time. So what have you written for angular velocity? T power minus 1 by T. This T comes up, it becomes T power minus 2. Then angular momentum, moment of linear momentum is angular linear momentum into perpendicular distance. Any rotating object, see if you have an object which is rotating about this axis, okay, for this particle it has translatory motion as well as it has rotatory motion. Along this direction it has translatory motion, along this direction it has rotatory motion in its path, right? So with this linear momentum, this is the axis. What is the perpendicular distance of the particle from the axis? It is r. Like how you write F into r is moment of force. Similarly, momentum into r is moment of linear momentum, which is angular momentum L. Moment of force is torque. Okay, that is moment of means into perpendicular distance. Force. Moment of force. What is moment of force? Torque. Actually, we don't write as F into R. We will be learning about dot product, cross product next chapter. So, what is tau vector? It is R cross F. Learn it that way. So, moment of force is torque. Similarly, angular momentum is represented by the letter L vector. It is L vector. Okay. It is L vector. It is moment of linear momentum, which is angular momentum. So for all the linear quantities, you can write what? Corresponding rotational quantities for the rotational motion by taking moment like this. Okay? Right, coming back to this. Is this over? Coefficient of elasticity. You will be learning it in the 7th chapter. What is when is object said to be elastic? If it can come back to its original position. For that you have to apply a pressure and distort it, okay, which we call as stress. Then it undergoes some change in its dimension. Say its length increases. So what is the increase in length? Something, okay, small l. For the original length, capital, because if the length of the wire is 1 meter and if I pull it, then it may increase by 1 millimeter. The length of the wire is 2 meter. If I pull with the same force, it may extend by 2 millimeter. So this extension depends on what? The original length. So the increase in length by original length. This we call as strain. And you apply a force over area, isn't it? Then this force by area is what we call as stress. So stress by strain. This is strain. This is stress. Okay. For strain you have length in the numerator, that is increase in length. And this is original length. So its dimensional formula and its dimensional formula gets cancelled. So what is the dimensional unit of strain? The dimensional unit of strain is 1. No dimensional formula. For stress is nothing but pressure. We have written it already. ml t power minus 2 by L square, which is ml power minus 1 t power minus 2. So stress by strain, if you divide, what do you get? ml power minus 1 t power minus 2. So what is the dimensional unit of coefficient of elasticity? Stress by strain, which is ml power minus 1 t power minus 2, which is same as stress because strain has no dimensional formula. Okay. Then coefficient of viscosity, viscous nature of liquid, okay, to be considered. Actually introducing this, have I introduced it? I don't think I have done it. With coefficient of viscosity. Now if you have a liquid flowing through a pipe, okay, liquid flowing through a pipe. Now, between one layer of liquid and the adjacent layer of liquid, there exists a frictional force, like how we have it between two surfaces here. Between one layer and another layer there exists a frictional force we call as fluid friction. This is the viscous property of liquid. Then according to Newton's law, again Newton comes into picture. This viscous force between two layers of liquid F, it depends on area of cross section between these two layers, right? It depends on how fast these two layers are moving. That is the velocity difference between these two layers. One is at rest, other one is moving very fast. Then the force may be more. Okay, so